assistant that I can't name for copyright reasons. Where am I?
You are currently in the middle of an Uncharted territory.
I hate it when my phone makes puns. But hey, the plane ride had free Wi-Fi, so I was able to download all the assets I needed to make this video. So yeah, let's get into it.
Uncharted is a really great action game series with a lot of intense moments, and it's just really fun. While Uncharted 3 might not be my favorite in the series anymore, it's still a fun game, and that game is what we're talking about right now. While watching this, don't forget to subscribe, like the video, and comment. The story begins with Nathan Drake and Victor Sullivan entering a pub in London to meet with a man named Talbot, who is interested in purchasing Nate's ring, which originally belonged to Sir Francis Drake. During the meeting, Nate and Sully accuse Talbot of offering them counterfeit money, and a fight ensues. After fighting their way past Talbot's thugs, Nate and Sully emerge in an alleyway where they are surrounded and subdued by Charlie Cutter, one of the henchmen for Talbot. We are then introduced to the main villain of the game, Catherine Marlowe, who then steals Drake's ring, with Nate trying to get it back, but then he gets shot and Sully follows suit. The game then takes you to a flashback of when Nate and Sully met. Nate tries to steal Sully's wallet because it has the key to a museum display which holds Sir Francis Drake's ring. Nate is then caught by Marlowe and her henchmen and a chase starts. And you know what? This whole chapter kind of reminds me of Aladdin. One jump out of the rope line, one shot, and I'm dead. I just jumped over this person's bed. It's not comfortable. One snack from this fruit stand, don't bite, that's no joke. It tastes worse than a rotten egg yolk. Riff-raff, street rat, scoundrel, take that. Just a little ring, guys. He's wide open, take it back, guys. I can take a hint, gotta face the facts. This dude's gonna be dead soon. Before Nate is killed by one of Marlowe's henchmen, Sully's there and rescues him, and Sully takes him in. Kinda like Batman and Dick Grayson. After the flashback is over, it's revealed that the whole thing was just a prank, and Nate and Sully are still alive. Man, they should have uploaded this to YouTube. You know how many views this would have gotten? With the help of Chloe Fraser, they trace Marlowe's car to a hidden library where they managed to retrieve T.E. Lawrence's notebook and a map showing Francis Drake's secret voyage to Arabia, where he was commissioned by Queen Elizabeth to search for the lost city of Ubar, which is only mentioned in the Quran. Using these items, Nate works out that clues to the city's location lie in Crusader crypts in a French chateau in a Syrian citadel. With the basic plot out of the way, it's time to talk about some other things. To be honest, the graphics haven't really improved from the second game, Among Thieves. The game looks pretty similar, but it still looks great. The soundtrack is still really good and fits into the moments you play in. The graphics are still realistic enough where you can tell it's a video game, but older people might believe it's a movie. The voice acting also can be pretty convincing. The game brings a certain freshness that's fun to play, with environments ranging from hot deserts to isolated houses. Uncharted 3 Drake's Deception upgraded features from the previous installments, but new elements such as advanced melee combat system that allows Nathan to face multiple opponents at once. Players are also able to make use of Nathan's surroundings to take down foes, such as smashing a bottle into an opponent's face and pulling the pin on a grenade attached to the enemy's waist. That rhymes. Players can also take weapons from defeated enemies by using melee. Player can also throw back grenades, although you have to time it by throwing it back when the cursor is at the light. The player can also drop onto enemies right below them and take them out via hanging from a ledge and pressing circle to drop down on the enemy. The player can also now do an aerial attack to take out an enemy by pressing the square button when the prompt appears. And when the enemy is at a certain distance and the player is at a certain height, yeah, you just jump on them and they kind of die, I guess. And some of the animations when that happens are just hilarious. Yep. Yep. Also, some parts of the game could let you go in intense action, like the game's plane ride, where you are thrown out of a plane and left to roam the desert. It's really cool. One of my favorite moments in Uncharted, only topped by probably the motorcycle chase in Uncharted 4. Once again, you can collect treasures for some extra content to help liven up the game. From different skins to concept art, collecting the treasures is a fun way to get bonuses. Throughout the game, Nate has been caught in a burning building, escaped an exploding cruise ship, drugged, and rescued slowly on horseback. And now it's time for the finale. Upon entering Ubar, Nate and Sully come across a water fountain that Nate drinks from because he's dehydrated from the desert. Suddenly, Talbot appears and shoots Sully, and apparently killing him. Overcome with rage over Sully's death, Nate chases Talbot and has to fight more of Marlowe's men, who seem to be able to engulf themselves in flames. And they're really hard to kill. Seriously, they are. They could teleport, throw fire, and all that stuff. It sucks. It's horrible. I don't like it. It's bad. It's bad. It's bad. Nate eventually comes to his senses and finds that Sully is still alive. The true mystery of what happened to the people of Ubar thousands of years ago becomes apparent. King Solomon tainted the water with a powerful hallucinogenic agent. The people were subsequently driven mad and a civilization within the city collapsed. Nate and Sully search the city and locate Marlowe, who is using a winch to pull the brass talisman from the water. Nate and Sully destroy the winch, and the explosion sets off a chain reaction throughout the entire city, causing it to collapse. Nate and Sully attempt to escape the crumbling city and encounter Marlowe and Talbot shortly before the floor collapses, throwing Marlowe into a pit of quicksand. Nate tries to save her, but is unable to pull her out, and Marlowe is submerged in the sand, taking Drake's ring with her. Nate and Sully return to the airport in Yemen, where Sully explains why he took such an interest in the young Nate. He then gives back Nate's wedding ring, which he kept secretly when Drake and Elena separated. Nate turns to see Elena joining them. Nate and Elena embrace each other, and the three fly back home on Sully's new seaplane.
Well, that's my review of Uncharted 3. If you liked it, why don't you like the video? If you want to comment and say something, comment. And if you want to subscribe and know when I awesome gun tricks. If you want to subscribe and know when I update, then you can press the subscribe button. Now, if you excuse me, I'm gonna